Would you play with a toy that could actually end your life? Or one that hides a dark secret behind its cute plastic smile? Today, we're diving into real toys so dangerous and scary that they were completely banned. Before we start, hit that subscribe button if you love creepy true stories like these. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Let's begin with something that looks harmless. The Cabbage Patch Snack Time Kid.
Cabbage Patch Kids, we all know them. But did you ever hear of the Snack Time Cabbage Patch doll? I first heard of it on this lawyer's list of 6 most dangerous toys ever made. It was recalled in 1997, but why? Well, let me tell you how it worked. The doll comes with its own special food. Then you put it in the doll's mouth, and the doll senses it, and the mouth motors start to move. There's no on-off switch, reverse, stop, anything like that. It just keeps chewing and munching until the object has fully passed. Where does it go? To the storage cavity. It's a backpack. So then you can just reuse the food over and over. Well, you know how kids are. They're going to start putting other things into the doll's mouth. Of course there are pens, pencils, and no, the doll cannot differentiate between the plastic food it comes with and other objects. I think you see where this is going. There are reports that this doll chomped on the hair and fingers of dozens of children. I'm not done with Snack Time Cabbage Patch Doll. There's going to be a part 2.
Released in 1996, this doll had a motorized mouth so it could eat its plastic food. But here's the problem. It couldn't tell the difference between a toy French fry and your hair or fingers. Kids would feed it, but their hair would get caught in its mouth gears, pulling their heads closer until parents had to rip it out. Mattel quickly banned and recalled these dolls forever. Imagine waking up to see your doll chewing your hair while you sleep. Terrifying. Next is the infamous Aqua Dots.
Aqua Dots seems like a fun and harmless toy, right? Wrong! And the reason is probably not the first thing that comes to mind after looking at this picture. No, it's not because of a choking hazard. The problem with this children's toy is that it contained GHB, otherwise known as a drug. Date ape ray drug. And this wasn't back in like the 70s or something. No, this was in 2007. So here's the story. Aqua Dots were anticipated to be among the holiday's biggest selling toys, and they even made Walmart's list of top 12 Christmas toys. They were sold in all the top retail stores. In Australia, they were called Bindies, and they were actually named Australia's 2007 Toy of the Year. So what exactly was the toy? Well, it was distributed by a Toronto company called Spin Master, and it came with small colorful dots which kids could make all sorts of designs with. Then spray them with water and the dots would stick together. As you can see, these dots are bright and colorful. So what do you think happened? Yes, there were some children who put them in their mouth. 9 children in the US and 3 in Australia became sick. If ingested, you could have symptoms like breathing problems, loss of consciousness, seizures, drowsiness, coma, and even death. 18-month-old Ryan swallowed some of these beads and he began vomiting, so his parents took him to the ER. Then he had to be airlifted to another hospital, and the poor little baby fell into a coma, and when he emerged, he had permanent brain damage. On November 7, 2007, around 4 million Aqua Dots toys are recalled in the US. Chinese authorities, that's where the toy was manufactured, confirmed that the toy contained an industrial chemical that can be turned into an anesthetic drug when ingested. It was GHB, it was on the coating, and the toy was also recalled in Canada and Australia. This is the Consumer Product Safety Commission's entry, but I really want to zoom in on the incidents. It mentions not 1, but 2 children in the US who fell into a coma because of Aqua Dots. So how in the world did a drug get on a children's toy? I found a kind of sort of answer saying that Australian officials said that instead of using the safe chemical, they used a dangerous chemical. Yeah, we know that. It's not really the best answer. But China did bar the export of Aqua Dots, and it spurred Beijing to launch a product safety cleanup, which ended up shutting down hundreds of toy factories in the Shenzhen area. And the little boy who had permanent brain damage, his family in 2015 won their court case, and they were awarded $435,000.
At first, they looked like magical, colorful beads. You'd arrange them into shapes and spray with water to make them stick. But these dots contained a chemical that, when swallowed, turned into a powerful sedative. Children who ate them fell unconscious and were hospitalized. They were banned worldwide in 2007. but the thought of a toy so pretty and innocent holding such a hidden danger is nightmare fuel. Here's one you've probably heard stories about: sky dancers.
I had one of these! Can I find a commercial of these? I want to show you what this is.
Wow, they really fly! Dance for me, wow. Beautiful.
They were banned? They were banned, really? Did I have an illegal toy? They were dangerous. If you were standing on your bed and you went like this, you could hit the ceiling. And then it would fall back on people's heads. Okay, now I need to look this up. Sky Dancer recall. Over the course of 6 years, the toys caused over 150 injuries to adults and children. Like, I shouldn't be laughing, but the ridiculousness of that toy, that anyone thought it was a good idea to sell a toy whose purpose was to fly in the air uncontrolled. Like, what?
These fairy dolls launched into the air when you pulled their string. Sounds magical, right? Until they started smacking kids in the face and eyes at random angles. Some children suffered broken teeth, scratched corneas, and facial injuries. Eventually, sky dancers were recalled and banned in 2000. Imagine playing with a fairy doll that suddenly attacks you out of nowhere. It's like something out of a horror movie. Now let's talk about the Easy Bake Oven recall of 2007.
Was this the world's most dangerous toy ever made? The Easy Bake Oven is a toy popular around the world, enabling kids to bake mini treats, but in 2007 it faced a shocking problem. A new model was released with the door that was so dangerous, over 300 safety instances were reported in less than a year. In fact, one was so bad it required a young girl's hand to be amputated. Damn! Things only got worse, with the toy causing several major burns, leading to over 1 million of the units being recalled. Despite this PR, which would normally cause any product to be permanently banned, the Easy Bake Oven is still a bestseller. Yeah! With over 30 million units sold today. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.
The Easy Bake sounds harmless, just a mini oven for kids to bake cakes. But Hasbro received dozens of reports of children getting their fingers stuck inside the oven door, leading to severe burns and injuries. One girl even required surgery. Over 1 million ovens were recalled and banned from shelves. Next time you think of a tiny toy oven, remember, heat and kids don't mix well. Another seemingly innocent toy with a dark past is Magnetics building sets.
Toys that were so dangerous, they had to be banned. The reason Magnetics got banned actually makes me feel sick. I actually had this toy as a kid. Just a bunch of rods and magnetic balls that you could use to build stuff. Problem is, little kids tend to swallow things they're not supposed to. These were really strong magnets. If 2 or more of these magnets were ingested, they could actually connect to each other inside of your intestines, which could be life-threatening. It's actually the same reason all of the magnetic Polly Pocket sets were banned. Sky dancers. These were dolls that you could pull on a string and they would spin and fly up into the air. They didn't always fly up and land back down gracefully, resulting in hundreds of reported eye, teeth, and facial injuries before they were finally pulled from shelves. This one's really bad. Lawn darts. There were over 6,000 reports of serious injuries from these in the United States alone, and there was even a death that resulted from a lawn dart.
These colorful magnetic pieces were fun to build with, but if swallowed, they could attract inside your intestines, ripping them apart. The US banned magnetics in 2006 after dozens of children were hospitalized.
Have you ever looked at your cute collectible figures and felt like they were watching you back? Like their eyes were following you, even when you turned away? Today's story will change the way you see your toys forever. Before we dive in, I dare you, subscribe right now if you've ever bought a toy just because it was cute. I'll wait. Okay, let's go. Imagine this. A mom walks into her daughter's pastel pink bedroom. The walls are covered in anime posters, plushies overflow from bins, and at the very top of her white IKEA shelf sit dozens of Labubu figures.
What is a Labubu? These designer toys were created in 2015, inspired by monsters from Eastern Europe and Nordic mythology. For years, Labubus were flying under the radar and struggling to make profit compared to other Pop Mart products. That's all until 2024, when Lisa from the K-pop group Blackpink was spotted with one. Then, the frenzy began. Demand skyrocketed and supply for these little monsters was really hard to keep up. which of course only made people want them even more. Nowadays, you can't even go anywhere without seeing a Labubu. And let's just be real, who doesn't want to dress these little monsters in those cute little outfits? Labubus are the ultimate collectible meets a fashion moment. And I know just where you can get them.
Their twisted little grins and goblin eyes somehow look innocent, yet mischievous. If you don't know, Labubu is from the Monsters series by Cussing Lung, made into collectible toys by Pop Mart.
This is exactly why I don't follow trends. Everybody that bought that Labubu doll not even knowing the truth behind it. As y'all can see, the smiling face doll and the smiling face demon. The creator of Labubu actually got the idea from this creature from the Nordic folklore. And the craziest part is they even had a whole Simpsons prediction about this. And now we're starting to see about the dozens paranormal stories of these Labubus. People having stuff move in their houses, they feeling like they've been watched. Whole time, they don't even know that they got a baby Chucky inside of their house. Probably makes sense of why they're so popular. You see, this is why you do not follow trends. Like, why would you want to buy something with the nickname The Devil's Pet? Me personally, I bump down with a Labubu with a holy water switch. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts on what y'all think about this Labubu toy in the comments.
They're tiny vinyl figures with huge heads, pointed teeth, long ears, and creepy cute eyes that somehow make them adorable. But one day, this mom noticed something strange. Her daughter had been acting paranoid all week. She kept covering her toys at night with blankets and whispering, "They're staring at me. They're watching."
The Simpsons warned us the Labubu doll is evil. In Treehouse of Horror 28, Homer orders pizza. Instead, a tiny dusty crate arrives. Inside is Pazuzu, a cursed demon doll with hollow eyes. He tosses it into Maggie's crib. She starts floating. The lights flicker. Binky the bunny melts into the floor. Maggie's eyes glow red. She crawls across the ceiling like a spider. That night, Marge finds her drawing a pentagram in crushed Cheerios. Lisa runs a baby monitor analysis. It plays back backward chants. It's Maggie's voice, but older. She's summoning something. At her birthday party, the balloons burst midair. A shadow figure stands behind Grandpa. The guests scream. Maggie giggles. Father Sean is called. He brings holy water, garlic, and chains. Maggie throws him through a window without touching him. Bart applauds. His reflection doesn't match his movement. Later, Bart finds the doll in his locker. The school burns down that night. Skinner is found walking in circles, whispering, "Pazuzu," over and over. Milhouse bites someone. Nelson vanishes in the bathroom mirror. Homer tries to bury the doll in the backyard. It's already in the house when he turns around. At the end, the doll sits in Maggie's crib. Then its eyes roll back and the screen goes black. Follow for more Simpsons predictions like this.
The mom thought it was just childish imagination. But then, while dusting the shelf, she noticed something odd about the newest Labubu figure. This one had pale white fur and a twisted grin wider than the rest. Its black, glossy eyes seemed deeper than usual, like they had a second layer inside. She picked it up to clean it, turning it in the sunlight. That's when she noticed. Inside the eye was a tiny dark circle. Not just painted on. It was embedded behind the clear resin of the eye, almost like a lens. She squinted closer, heart pounding. Could it be a camera? She unscrewed the head carefully and her blood ran cold. Inside the hollow vinyl head, embedded near the eye socket, was a hidden micro camera connected to a battery and a thin wireless transmitter taped to the inside. Her hands were shaking. Who would do this? She immediately called her husband, and together they inspected every single toy in their daughter's room. No other toys had it, only this one Labubu figure. The mom contacted Pop Mart directly, demanding an explanation. They replied saying it was impossible and not part of their manufacturing process. They asked her to send the figure to them for investigation, but something about that felt wrong. What if they just disposed of the evidence and never told the truth? They took it to the police instead. The investigators confirmed it was an actual working spy camera transmitting to an unknown external receiver. They traced the signal back to a shady apartment complex in another city. It turned out to be rented under a fake name with no security footage of who entered or left. Completely untraceable. The investigation went cold. The only clue was the figure itself, a Labubu with an eye that watched. Since then, this mom refuses to buy designer toys from random shops online, especially from unofficial resellers. And her daughter, she can't even sleep with her plushies facing her anymore. She says that when she closes her eyes, she can still feel them staring. Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like your collectibles are staring at you? Tell me in the comments if you've ever felt creeped out by a toy's eyes, even for a second. And here's a challenge. Like this video if you think you'd notice a camera hidden in your own room right now. Because honestly, most people wouldn't. Labubu might just be a harmless vinyl figure to some people, but to others, it's a reminder that anything can be turned into a tool for someone's twisted intentions. That cute monster on your shelf might not just be grinning, it might be watching, recording, streaming, listening to your every secret. And think about it. If someone went through all the effort to hide a camera inside such a tiny toy, how many other people could be getting watched right now without knowing it? Your desk figures, your plushies, even your LED-lit anime statues. Any of them could be hiding secrets behind their glassy eyes. Suddenly, that harmless collection starts to feel like an army of silent spies, patiently waiting for their owner to let their guard down. Now, I want you to imagine this. What if you found out your entire life was being streamed through the eyes of your toys? What would they see you do? What secrets would they reveal to the world? Before you scroll away, subscribe if you'd never trust a toy again after this story. And comment, Labubu is watching if you made it to the end. Let's see who the bravest viewers are today. Here's my final question for you. Tonight, before you sleep, will you look your toys in the eyes? Or will you turn them around, just in case? 'Cause who knows? Maybe tonight, your toy's eyes will glow just a little bit brighter in the dark. And if you hear a quiet clicking noise from your shelf at 3 a.m., don't get up. Just close your eyes and hope that whatever is watching isn't real. Or maybe it is.
Have you ever had a snack you really loved? Well, today I'm changing that because I'll be reaction to the most disgusting and awful snacks you could eat and the gross secrets behind them. If you love to eat yummy snacks, make sure to subscribe and comment your favorite snack. Now let's get into the first video.
This is why you should not be eating hot Cheetos and Takis. These chips are some of the worst things to put inside your body. We all know that everybody loves these chips, but that's what caused this girl to get surgery because those chips messed up her stomach. It's reported that she was eating about 4 bags of Takis a week, and her stomach was not going for it. This is so bad that some ingredients are banned in different countries.
Okay, literally, this just happened in my country. They banned Red 40 because it was harmful, but I'm literally still seeing snacks at the store with Red 40. So girl, I'm confused. Is it banned or not? Make up our mind dumb country.
The US version of Takis is linked to 2 different types of diabetes, which is why some ingredients are different in Spain Takis. The same thing happened to a rapper named Lil Xan when he ate too many Cheetos. He got rushed to an emergency room because the Cheetos literally messed up his stomach.
And it was bad.
So you went to the hospital?
Yeah, they did a little ultrasound and they were like, oh, you tore some up. Yeah, man, just Cheetos are dangerous. They're one hell of a drug.
And if your stomach hurts after you eat a full bag of Cheetos and Takis, all the bad ingredients inside of them could be the reason why. So if you want to avoid stomach pain, I don't recommend these. Share this video with somebody that eats these chips and follow me so you don't miss the next video. Y'all stay conscious.
I hope they share it to me because I love flamin' hot stuff. Do you like spicy stuff? Comment below. But honestly, I'm still gonna eat these chips because I love them. Like, yes, they do make my stomach hurt, but it's so worth it because they taste so good. Also like this video if you ate a snack today. DD, you like it? Don't lie. Okay, next video.
What Doritos really look like before it's pressed and baked into a Dorito.
Okay, that's absolutely disgusting in like 5,000 ways. I don't even want to watch that again because now I feel like I'm going to throw up. Why do they look like slime? That's so disgusting. Would you guys eat that? Would you guys eat a scoop of that jelly-looking Dorito mush for like $500? I would but like what even are Doritos made of? I thought they were corn chips, but I guess not. Anyway, on to the next video because that's nasty.
Guess the top 10 unhealthiest snacks in America.
Okay, let me guess first. Chips, juice, Uncrustables. I don't know any others. You guys should guess these too. If you get over 50% right, or harder comment.
Unhealthiest snacks, so stuff people should stay away from. That's what unhealthy means. Via watchmojo.com. Now, we've done a list like this before, but this is a better list. Ritz cheese crackers. No. Doritos. No. I mean, Doritos nacho cheese. No, it's like spicy chili. It's more general. Oh, chips. Chips is number 1. You know, it's not good that people poke at them. They can never just have one. What about like a hummus? Hummus? You know, like something with a dip. Is there a dip in there? Can I get a dip? It is not hummus. What's the dip? Nutella. Yes. Nutella's number 3. Granola bars. There's one that's like not too far off from that, like a protein bar. Number 9 is Cliff Bars. Oreos is number 2. Nice. Gummies is number 10. Oh man, that was painful and unhealthy.
Okay, I am so mad. I love Nutella and gummies. Those are like my 2 favorite snacks. I'm so annoyed that they showed me that list because now I'll never enjoy my Nutella toast again. What's your guys' favorite thing to put Nutella on? Mine's toast or a croissant. But let me know how many of those you guys got right. Next video.
I'm eating 10,000 plus calories of the unhealthiest Little Debbie item.
Oh, okay. This will be funny. Let's watch the whole thing, of course. I'll try not to barf.
First item on the list, the strawberry shortcake rolls. I very much enjoyed these. Number 7 on the list, the oh-so legendary honey buns, which clock in at 230 calories per serving. Number 6 on the list, zebra cakes.